Good morning, dear confreres. I consider this as a great privilege and honor to interview our newly elected Provincial Father Thomas Santiagu, and Father also is a chapter moderator. So therefore, it's a great privilege and honor for me to interview him. Good morning, Father, once again.
Good morning.
So how are you doing, Father?
Fine, Ashok. How are you?
Yes.
Good.
A word about your new appointment as the new Provincial.
I'm happy that the congregation, the province has put trust in me, and I'm sure with the cooperation of our confreres and the blessings from God and with the help of Mary Help of Christians, we'll be able to do well as a province.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's great, Father. Nice to hear that you put a lot of trust in God and also trust in the confreres. I'm sure you will be able to do well, and then we will benefit a lot from your leadership, I believe.
Thank you, Ashok.
Yes. So now this is the 11th Provincial chapter. How many chapters you would have attended before?
This is my 6th chapter, I believe.
6th chapter.
Yeah.
So which means you have a lot of knowledge about the province, the activities and the confreres. So therefore, what is the difference that you see between the previous chapters that you have attended and the present one which is going on?
Every chapter is a moment for celebrating the communion among the confreres, and I believe this also is similar to that. We have a lot of interest in the province, and that is very evident in the discussion that is taking place in the chapter. I really appreciate the way in which confreres are very much involved in the discussions, the way in which they contribute, and that is something very, very fantastic, I believe, about our province.
And the theme for the chapter is very simple but very profound: celebrating communion. Do you see that celebration of communion among the chapter members or in the communities wherever you went?
I can vouch for that because we have a very wonderful and a very happy time as a confreres here attending the chapter, and we are able to pull each other's leg. We have to have moments of fun, especially when we had games here, the way in which other confreres were coming and enjoying, encouraging, senior confreres were coming and pulling our legs. There was something fantastic I feel about our province, the way in which we are able to relate to each other and be happy, and that is something special about our province.
At the beginning of the chapter, for the Provincial remarked saying that it is a moment of celebration, and I think you also said this during homily when you celebrated Mass. This moment of celebration, in what way it will help us in order to take forward the mission and the vision that we have?
As I mentioned in the homily yesterday, there is an element of goodness in every young person. I believe more so in the confreres. There is so much of goodness, so much of positive thinking about in our confreres. I believe there is a very positive sign about our province, and there is a special reason to rejoice. There is so much of positivity in our province. There is so much of good things in the province, and there is every reason to celebrate and rejoice.
That's something great, Father. And one very important question that I would like to ask you is, how much importance youth are given in this chapter?
If you look at the document, we have a specific policy only for the youth. It's very much represented in every part of the OPP, and I believe, and there is also Warrior Point, there is a youth focus is there, and the chapter theme itself is focused on youth. Okay, and I believe the central theme of the chapter is also youth, and I think this youth focus also is given very much in the chapter themes, cutting across all the OPPs and policies. And surely the whole document is centered around the voice of the young people, and I believe the discussion also is moved by the voice of the young people, and I believe once we start listening to the young people, we'll be moved by the Spirit to respond to their needs.
The document that we prepared, do you believe that it is going to guide you in the coming 6 years?
I feel I am very privileged because at the beginning of the term, even before I could take up, I have a clear guidelines from the province for the next 6 years. So I am very privileged and very blessed, and the chapter is also giving us a very clear direction for the province, and I believe this is a wonderful God-given opportunity for me and for the province to have a very good focus at the beginning of my term before I could take my office.
Yes, Father, yeah. And we also very much appreciate your presence during this chapter as a moderator, and then we will pray and give you all our best wishes that God may continue to bless you and give you the courage and the strength in order to lead us for coming 6 years, and I'm sure we are going to benefit a lot from your leadership. So
thank you very much,
let's
Ashok.
work together and make our province productive.
Thank you, and that's very much true. Thanks for this opportunity. God
Yes,
bless.
Father. Thanks a lot, Father. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Father.
Thank you. God bless.
Yes, yeah.